do have a good friend of mine, JV Collier, a bunch of great musicians. So let's see. Any questions? Any comments? Any thoughts? Sports? No? Yes? No? You guys just want me to play? Yeah. When I do the up and down with the thumb, it's a good question. A lot of people make down and up with the thumb like it's a new hard technique. It's not new. It's no different than a guitar player using a pick. And when a guitar player uses the pick, they don't use the back part of the pick. They use the front part. So the thumb is the same way. Right? You use the front part of the thumb. It doesn't make sense to try to come up and down back here. If you try it, it's obvious. But if you just act like you're holding a pick, it's no different. Just try it. That's the best thing to do. Try it and see which part of your thumb works the best. I can tell you what I use, but it may not be the best for you. Just act like you're using a pick, and then it's easy. Don't make it hard. Much easier than that. Is the little kid from my book actually real? What the book would tell you is that it doesn't matter if he's real. It's whether you learn something or not. You waste time trying to figure out what part of the book is real or not. It doesn't matter. Am I real? Who cares? If I help you learn to play better, that's what's important. If the book helps you. But can I take you to Nashville and introduce you to a kid named Sam? Yes. He's not 11 anymore. But that's really not important. Just a little hair tie. Yes, I use it. Are you all right? All right, we got another question. Yeah, when you're any technique, you want to learn it in any combination. So I can use, like a pick, I can use my thumb on any string, right? And I make sure I practice it on all the strings. When I'm plucking with one or two fingers, I make sure I can pluck on any string or a different string. I can pluck the E and the G or any combination. And make sure that you can do that, or else the technique owns you. You want to own the technique, right? So make sure you practice it in all different directions. Yeah. Okay.
What are your feelings on the EQ of your amplifier, and what's the presets on your bass right now?
Right. What do I feel about the EQ? Well, if you set some cabinets flat, it may not sound good. So I set it to where it sounds good, then I make the changes from here. Because if I switch to my thumb, I may want more low end. When I'm playing solo and I'm playing chords, I roll off the low end. And if I gotta keep doing this every time I make a switch, it's gonna not look good and it's not gonna feel good. So I get this to where it's an overall good sounding. And on this thing there's like, what, 5 knobs. So it's easy to get there. And then I make my changes from the bass. That's my personal way of doing it.
What's your experience with the Hartke gear so far? Like the same thing with the rhythm section?
Yeah, I used this rig for the last 2.5 months with SMP, Stanley Clark and Marcus Miller.
Oh, wow.
Big venues, smaller venues, and it was great. But I had a double stack. I had 4 of these cabinets. But my process was the same. I get it setting to where it sounds good, and whatever other choices I have to make come from here. For the most part, I'll go back there sometimes, but I don't want to have to. That's why I want a cabinet that I can get the sound overall good, you know. Well, right now, I've got a little bit of highs rolled off because I've got this switch on the back boosting the horn. So for some of the stuff, it may get a little too bright for me. So I got a little bit of the highs rolled off. I have, right now, the mid and the lows are straight up. So it's flat. It has a limiter on here, but I'm not using it. I want to limit myself. And the bright switch is off. But it's a very simple but powerful head. One of the main reasons I like it. I'm a product of the 60s. You know, when we didn't have graphic EQs on our bass rigs and we didn't have parametrics, I like that stuff, and I force myself to learn what it is. But when I can get something as simple as this to get my sound, I'm happy, you know? Yeah.
Is it bi-amp?
It is bi-ampable, yeah, and I believe it's bi-amp right now. Okay, all right.
Yeah, there you go. Test. 1, 2.
CD player right now.
That's a good question.
Oh, that's all right. So the amp right now is bi-amp.
Is that your preference?
My preference is full range. Yeah. Again, I'm from the old school. We didn't have no bi-amp in the 60s, you know. But it's very cool. You know, the neat thing about it is there's a switch on here that allows me to roll. That's all the bottom cabinet. That's all the top cabinet. That's a really nice blend to be able to do that. I got a blend on my bass that does that between pickups. So the fact that I can do that on the amp is really nice. I like that.